Sure, look good. Yeah, it'll be fine. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I will admit I have a problem. I have an event coming up in just over a month, and for that event I am building a tavern. Now the tavern is made out of wood and canvas, but I'm going to need some tables so that people have a place to put their drinks. And the problem is that I can't find tables cheap enough. I found things like this one from Amazon, but it is a little on the pricey side. Walmart has a roll-up table that I actually do have. The problem is it's only about a foot tall, maybe 18 inches tall. So that's not going to be enough for people to sit down and have a drink. After doing some research, I've decided to build one. I'm going to walk you guys through the process. So just sit tight, and if you stick around to the end, there will be a surprise. We're going to start off by measuring and cutting our 1x3s and 1x2s. I'm marking these at 47 inches. We need 2 1x3s and 2 1x2s. Then we're going to glue the 1x2s to the 1x3s. And secure them in place with some 1-inch brad nails. Now we're going to start working on the slats. Pro tip, you can use a copy machine to speed up the process. Or you could do it the old-fashioned way and just mark and cut. Each of these I'm cutting at 29.5 inches. For this project, I need 16 of these cut. Next, we have a whole bunch of sanding. I want to sand off all of the sharp edges and anything that could give me a splinter. We're going to move on to the legs now. I'm cutting these at 27.5 inches. This is a 1¼ inch dowel. Then we want to make sure all of our slats have been puppy approved. I'm using those L brackets that we made at the start to line up all the edges, and stapling one end of a 2-inch industrial elastic band to one side. And now I'm using some 1-inch roofing nails as spacers. Once everything is lined up, I will staple the other side Moving to the opposite side of the table, we're going to repeat the process. We're going to use some nails as spacers. And then staple the elastic on each side of the table. Once I'm sure I have enough staples, I go back and put 2 staples per board. Now I'm using some 1/2-inch truss screws to secure the elastic to the board. I like to screw in the screw, back it up a little bit to take out any wrinkles, and then screw it into its final resting place. Now we're moving over to the other side and just repeat the process. Don't forget to pick up all those nails. We don't want any of those going into our feet later on. Now it rolls up. Okay, I'm taking my little square here, putting it at 1.25 inches. I'm going to use that to help me find the center of the 1x3s for these L-shaped brackets that we made. This is where we're going to drill a hole for a threaded rod to go through. Next, get the dullest drill bit that you have, and we're going to drill holes in those centers that we marked. Clean up any tear out. Moving back over to the legs, I'm going to use my square to find the center of these dowels. And using the same dull drill bit, I'm going to basically burn my way into it. Note to self, get new drill bits. And we're going to repeat this for each leg. Go in deep enough so that you have about 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches of the threaded rod sticking up. It helps having a supervisor here that makes sure you're doing it right. Next, we're going to add some glue to the threaded rods and the hole and get those fitted in nice and snug. We'll have to let these dry for 24 hours. That's what the glue says. And there we go. Now we got 4 legs. Now, using those holes we drilled earlier in the L-shaped brackets, we're going to mark where we want to put the threaded inserts. Drill those out with the proper size Forstner bit. In my case, I couldn't find it, so I have one a little bit larger. In this case, it helps having a little raccoon with you with their little raccoon fingers so they can get those threaded inserts back out. When we're happy with that, we'll go ahead and put some more of that glue these threaded inserts into these holes, and then we will have to wait for that to dry for 24 hours. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. So I guess the big question is, how did it turn out? We kind of left it on a cliffhanger there, but I'm happy to say that with a little bit of sanding and a little bit of stain, I think it turned out pretty nice. In fact, I'm sitting behind it right now. It took me about an afternoon and it was super easy. It was all just 3 measurements and a lot of cutting. It was so easy, in fact, that I made a second one. Now, this is what it looks like when it's all rolled up. It is heavy, I will tell you that. It probably weighs about 45 pounds or so. The next thing I would need is something to sit on, and that would be this. So it's a folding chair. I plan on doing a how-to build on that as well. I appreciate you guys sticking around, watching the video. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.